All right, we're back, still at Bally's, still in Las Vegas, still at Gamma, but we have returned with our friends from Cool Mini or Not, CMON. I am your host, Rick, for Game Trade Media.
My name is Jared Miller. I'm the marketing manager for CMON.
And I'm Guile, Goulart, senior producer at CMON as well.
Very cool. Well, as you guys can see, there's something really big in front of us here. A Song of Fire and or a Song of Ice and Fire.
Yep.
George R. R. Martin's classic novels.
Yep.
Right. Tell us what what is this?
So I will let Guile, who's been working on this project for a while now, now that we've finally, I want to give you the ability to talk about it. I know you've been like working on it so long, keeping it a secret.
It's actually very good to be able to talk about this finally. It's been we've been working on it for some time. We couldn't wait to announce it. We're super excited to do it at Gamma. So this is what we announced yesterday. This is the Stark versus Lannister starter set. So this will be the first starter set you get. It's a big box, about as big as Massive Darkness. And it comes with approximately 90 miniatures in it. So it does have everything you need. There's a lot of content for two players who play Stark and Lannister, with plenty of scenarios and replayability in it.
Yeah, and that's kind of one of the key things is this idea of being able to pick up a starter and just play. Because all the models that come with the Song of Ice and Fire tabletop miniature game are pre-assembled.
Okay.
So you get the starter, you and a friend, you're immediately battling. But if you want to add more, because we've got a long lineup of launches planned.
Okay.
How long is it out? It's about a year.
Yeah, it's about a year of releases, of monthly releases. We'll be supporting with unit boxes, hero boxes, and other starter sets.
And those, like when you take them out of the box, you can just start playing that unit. It has everything you need in there. And do you want to discuss a little bit about like what they're going to be seeing when they open those? Because we have some of the single miniatures here.
Right.
Yep.
And these are beautiful, by the way. I cannot wait. These are going to be unpainted?
They will be actually colored in the factions color. So this is an approximation. These are resins.
Okay.
And this is an approximation of what you can expect. So Lannisters will be red, Starks will be this bluish gray, and then other factions will have their own color.
Yeah. And then, of course, everybody out there that watches and loves Cool Mini or Not, prime them, paint them, as you will. So I'm excited for that because that's one of the reasons, like the others, you know, great miniatures paint, not this. So
during gameplay, the game requires any type of surface you can play with. They won't be individual models like this, but rather they will be grouped up in movement trays. So there will be plastic trays that group them up. So infantry, for example, it's 12 miniatures in 3 rows.
Okay.
Cavalry will be, for example, a 2x2 grid. So what that allows us is that you get the sense of scale, like the massive number of figures battling it out, but the control of them is very easy to play. Like you control units rather than individual models. Okay. So you do get a streamlined play with tons of figures in there.
It kind of gives me that impression of, you know, like the old world when people would have their map, their battle map out, and they'd have the miniatures in a stick, and they kind of push them forward to represent their movement and their different techniques or battle strategy they would use. That's a pretty cool
and
thing.
it's neat because no matter how many units you put on the field, the rules are never going to change. They're always going to be the same, easy, because not only is the game easy to pick up because of how it's packaged and the pre-assembled miniatures, but the rules themselves are very intuitive. Like once you know them, you're good to go, and it doesn't change whether you're playing with a couple trays of units. Like say you have a unit which everyone's playing 2 units, which is about 24 miniatures on the table if it's kind of infantry. But if you scale up to tons of units and you got hundreds of miniatures, those rules are still going to be the same, though.
Wow.
Right? So you're not...
And there's a lot of customization that goes into it because heroes are deployed within a unit's tray. So you can run a unit of Stark Guards with Jaime Lannister. That unit will perform a certain way, but you may replace it with the Mountain, and then it performs a different way.
So they're not stuck on the tray.
Oh, okay.
It all
don't
costs
worry.
It all costs you points, right? So you can choose how to build your army before you even get your players.
Nice. Well, we look forward to seeing a lot more come out in regards to A Song of Ice and Fire and everything. But I saw that when you guys walked in, you had a bag and a couple other boxes.
I think yes.
Yes, we do have
Let's take a look at some other awesome stuff. Because this right here is the #1 drop this weekend or this week here at Gamma. camera. As soon as you guys dropped that knowledge, it was on fire on social media. So
And we were excited. We were
So
glad.
let's talk about a little game now.
Just a little
Called
one. Another little one.
Rising Sun.
People might not have heard of this one.
I have.
So Rising Sun hit Kickstarter last week, and it's the next game from the same group that brought you Blood Rage.
Good Lord, that's
So
a
this
map.
is upside down, but
All right, so we'll turn it.
there we go. And so we've got Eric Lang on design, Adrian Smith doing art, we've got McVeigh with designing minis. So it's that same team, but it's still a very different game. It's kind of a spiritual successor.
What?
You got to do this one.
Those
Oh, yes.
those are ginormous.
Yes.
Yes, those are our minis.
These are not minis. These are maxis.
Yeah, we've been calling them, I think, bigatures.
Are these Oni, like demons?
Yeah, those are the mythological creatures
Okay.
you can get
And
to play
then
with. Yes.
we've got this
Oh
guy.
my God.
Let's do some of the regular
you some
figures for
scale,
comparison.
yeah.
Yeah, some scale.
So in the game, so these are kind of like the monsters in Blood Rage, so people kind of
Sure.
understand how they work. You can recruit them into your clan, and then the clans themselves are represented by these more modest-sized miniatures. And there's several different clans people can choose from. They all have different abilities that affect the strategy they're going to use in the game,
Okay.
and things like that. And what's really cool about this game is kind of it's got a lot of political kind of diplomacy factors to it,
All right.
and this idea of war. So.
Yeah,
One
we used to say that it's half political and half warfare.
Yes.
Okay.
So on the first half, basically you're deciding whether you want to ally yourself with other players. You have a neat little screen here, and also comes with one of the yin-yang symbols of your player color.
So-
if you decide to ally with someone, you just click them together.
So
Everyone can
your
see them.
clan would be color-coded, and
Yep.
if you and me were going to
Right.
ally, we just have these on the board so everyone knows.
Okay.
And that
Or
means,
allies.
That means you
Yep.
cannot fight each other directly in battles.
Okay.
But it also means your ally gets to reap some benefits when you do some actions.
Okay.
So when you recruit or when you marshal units, you're getting some benefits, but your ally is also getting some.
Nice.
So it's interesting to see how it's, of course, an area control game, but you want to ally yourself with someone who's not eyeing the same areas you want to control.
Yeah.
So there's that diplomacy part to it.
Okay.
And then there's another really cool part, which is this. I should also mention that you can betray your
I was
opponent.
going to say, like
Very,
any
very
good
tempting to do
alliance,
so.
it can be broken.
Sure.
And it's unexpected, but you can
I
do
saw
it.
that there was a on the Kickstarter there was a ninja symbol
Yeah, that's a bit
for betrayal.
exactly.
Yes.
Right.
Yeah.
So I was like, ooh.
Yeah.
So it's super tempting because once you play that card, you get to replace figures on the map with your own, so it's like a sneak
Yeah.
attack.
Wow.
So you lose
Yeah.
some honor, but it's super super strong at that moment. But of course, you're breaking your allegiance.
alliance,
Yeah.
yeah.
Okay. So this looks beautiful. The miniatures are amazing. I know that, like you already mentioned, the Kickstarter is active now.
Yep.
And then after the Kickstarter, as all your guys' games tend to then go through the distribution into your local game store. When do you think this will be at the local game store level?
So
It should be about. So we're expecting the Kickstarter to ship a year from now, roughly.
Sure.
So distribution retail should be a few months after that.
Okay.
But it is actually important to note that retailers can actually join in on the Kickstarter
Right.
and get retail pledges, and this is the first time that the retailers are going to be able to offer the optional buys
Okay.
to their customers through their store.
Yep.
So if you don't, if you want to support your local store, which we highly encourage,
Absolutely.
you can go there, you can get this game, you can get everything you want that you could have got on Kickstarter, but through your local store.
Yeah, all the
That's
special
awesome.
goes
That's great. that you
Yeah,
guys
and
are
we've
doing
been
it like
because we've
that.
really been evolving our retails because we just kind of started them, and this, like I
Right.
said, we heard that people wanted those optional buys, so we're like,
Right.
okay, well let's try that, and we just kind of keep improving.
Perfect.
That, so
I will say this: I already backed this.
thank you.
Thank you.
I'm very excited for this game. Now that I see the miniatures as these ones here, how large they are, I
Yes.
am super excited
yes.
to be able to
Very cool.
paint these bad boys. Yeah.
all right, but we've got more.
What? There's
Yes.
more. It seems to be the theme today. So you guys also have a cool little program that you started up, right?
Yes, CMON Play, we just revealed here at Gamma, and that is our retailer-focused program where it's going to have, so that's what we're rolling our Kickstarter retail program into. We also have game night kits, so we can start supporting some of our most popular titles that will bring those customers into the stores.
Sure.
We've also timed those game night kits and made sure our production-wise that stores will have product available. So when we run the Zombicide Black Plague kit, stores are going to be able to get those kits, get the game night kits, so when people come in, they'll have those things to buy.
Nice.
So we're making sure that's all laid out. Also, we are doing, I mentioned the Kickstarter stuff. Can you put that guy away? I'm going to pick him.
Yes.
Yeah, so now I've lost my train of thought thinking about that. But we also have the pre-release kits. So Godfather, interestingly enough, will
nice transition.
Be our first pre-release. Pre-release kits are we're targeting them to the games we know people are going to want. So that way people are going to come into the stores.
All right, for the Godfather game that we're about to show you guys, we actually did a playthrough of this, a couple rounds of it last night.
We'll just show a couple of components.
So go to that video later if you didn't already watch it, featuring these two wonderful gentlemen showing us, myself and Mr. Steve Jeppy, how to play this game, and it was a blast. And you can absolutely see the intrigue, the betrayal, the everything that you love from the movie is in there. So make sure you guys check that out as well.
Yeah. So. It's a Eric Lang game. It's a thug placement game with some murder.
Wait a minute, that's twice you've mentioned Eric Lang.
Yeah.
Why would that be a theme?
Well, so we obviously like working with Eric Lang. He's done a lot of great games for us. And at the show, we also announced that he is joining CMON exclusively as of April 1st.
Nice.
So as our director of game design.
Okay.
So he will still be creating his own games, but he'll also be helping review other games that come in. But he's still gonna be very much Eric Lang and doing his thing, but just doing it with us because we've formed such a great relationship over time.
Okay, cool.
But yeah, so that's what this is. But like I put out the Brando.
The Brando
Don Corleone figure.
Nice.
But yeah, all the families have figures, and we've got little metal suitcases for laundering money. So, great game.
It's a great game. It was a lot of fun last night,
yes.
And you guys were just perfect in showing it off.
Very good.
Well, thank you. Yeah, and that's coming out in July 28th. For CMON Play people, you can get it at the CMON Play stores July 14th. So 2 weeks early, can't get it online.
All right. So make sure you guys go to your local game shop and let them know that you absolutely want this game. And you're going to want it. After you watch the playthrough that we did last night, which is right here on Facebook, go check it out. You're going to want this game. It's so much fun.
We may have more.
What?
Yeah, we don't stop. We'll go on all day. But
all right.
So, Gekido Bot Battles is a game we have releasing in May.
And I think images speak louder than words. Look at that.
Oh, those are beautiful and adorable and look deadly.
This is the final game. Like, this is, you will be getting these bot model miniatures pre-painted like this.
Okay.
So they come in the box like this, and the idea of the game is that we are all controllers, these bot controllers, and we've entered this arena, the Gekido Arena, and we're fighting our bots.
Okay.
The nice thing is, it's a 30-minute game.
Oh, wow.
So it's very quick. You have this little arena you put together that have different effects on the tiles, but all of the battle is done through rolling dice. You have kind of an intuitive little dashboard for your bot that kind of tracks their different stats.
Okay.
And you're just rolling dice and trying to lay certain symbols down to do certain powers. You're basically programming your bots as you fight.
With a poker mechanic, like you're trying to get, full house or different
right, because different things, 4 of a kind, and you're just rolling dice and you're trying to lock them there.
Okay.
And then one of the neat mechanics too is that as your bots take damage in this game during the fight, they actually get more powerful.
What?
So yeah, you don't have that feeling of falling behind.
So they can become angry, powerful bots.
Yes. Exactly.
These are amazing.
Yeah, we are super happy with these.
That one's, I think, going to be my favorite though.
Yeah, he is awesome. But yeah, so it's a compact arena. It gets to the fighting. You can have up to 4 bots fighting at a time.
Okay.
And there's a mechanic in there that once you've targeted a bot, you can't target them again. So there's no teaming up. So you have
nice.
these little.
So you have to distribute your attack.
Yeah. So this guy would be ready, and if you've attacked, then it's loading. So you know, like, okay, I can't just keep attacking that same person. It's a little bit. You know,
you got to diversify your strategies and battle plans.
But it's great because it's easy to set up. It's 30 minutes, and the miniature, it's just out of the box.
These
are beautiful.
I think this is probably going to be very popular amongst the anime crowd.
Yes.
You know, with the mini bots, and anybody that loved that movie about a kid and his robot.
Yep.
You know, probably going to find a fan base there.
And it's straight to retail.
Nice.
Yep.
And this is available
in May.
In May. So in May, again, your local game store, check them out. Make sure they get it for you. This is awesome.
Cool. So how are we looking?
Oh, do you have more?
We have
one more.
One more.
Cool. We have time.
Yeah. All right.
Absolutely. We want to see everything.
Well, in that case, let's go back down to the booth. And
Get more.
So if somebody does want to check out a lot more of your stuff, they can go to your website, and that is?
CMON.com, CMON.com. We have a products page there where we have all of our games listed out. We put rulebooks up there when they're ready.
Nice.
So with most of these games showing, I think you can go, well, so not Rising Sun, but like Godfather has rules up there, Gekudo has rules, so you can actually see the rulebook before you even go buy it.
Oh, wow, that's great.
So, and kind of learn little features about the game, what we kind of think makes them stand out.
Absolutely, that's good.
All right, very cool.
All right.
Gets us into Banana Bandits.
Yes.
There you go, Jared. You like to put in that together?
I do. So, Banana Bandits, if you you've heard of Potion Explosion and Raise Your Goblets. So we've recently gotten into some things that go beyond miniatures.
Sure.
That have good table presence. Okay. You know, we like games that are fun and they look good on a table. Banana Bandits is another one of those that's fun and has a good presence and this is coming right out of the box. You set it up just like this. You drop the tower down there. You got that. You put the roof on, and then. There you go. So the game's set up, and what you're doing here is the big boss of the Banana Bandits is retiring. He's done, and now all the different members of the Banana Bandits are trying to vie for control and be the next big boss. The way they do that is they hang around on this tower and they fight each other because, of course, right? And what you can do is there's just 5 simple actions available to you in the game. You take 3 a turn. There's attack. There's pick up coins. Yeah, it's a little. There we go. I think there's something under it. Yeah, we got something under there. Yeah. So
there we go.
Attack, pick up cards, draw cards, pick up coins, and convert coins to. Here's the coins. Convert coins to these banana coins at the top, which you need 3 of those. Do we have any? Yeah. You need 3 of those to become the next boss.
Okay.
The way you get these coins, it's just simple dice. Everyone uses these same type of dice, but in this case we have one gorilla here. If he was to attack this one, he would just roll these dice, and I got 4 fists, and then you would roll for defense.
Okay.
And if you have equal to or more fists than me, then something.
It's on.
I do not.
In this case, you didn't
lose again.
So what happens is, because I chose to use one of my action points to attack you, I then get to move you 3 spaces.
Oh wow!
So I would do, 1, 2, 3. He's hanging out over here, but not anymore. But once every space you move, you drop a coin of your color. So in this case, you weren't silver, but we'll just do it. So these coins sit on this tower like this.
Oh, okay.
And then you can start moving over. Like I would move over and pick up a coin. And you're doing that to, once you have coins from other people, you can't use your own, you then go to the top of the tower, like up here, and you would trade in coins
for the banana coin.
For one of these banana coins.
Okay.
Once you have 3, you win. And there's different cards you can use that give you, so like this one is, if you spend an action to collect, you can collect all the gorilla coins from one adjacent window.
Okay.
So that's very helpful. But then there's also like cards that affect attack, so let you roll extra dice. So there's little cards like that that kind of modify it. It's a very easy to pick up game, very easy to set up, which is nice.
Yeah.
And
it looks fun.
It has great table presence. Very
absolutely.
Yeah. And it's nice because the tray is built in and it's part of the game. That's where everyone keeps their individual coins.
Okay. And this is for what age range?
So we think it's a family game. The box is 14 plus.
Okay.
But it is a great game.
Actually, for this one, I believe it's 8 plus.
Is it?
Yeah.
Excellent. Well, it probably says on the box.
It does.
Okay.
All right.
Well, so yes, it's perfect for a family.
Yeah, it looks like it, and I think again because of its presence, you wouldn't even have to break it down after you set it up, right?
Yep.
You could have this up on your IKEA
totally
shelf.
could. Yeah,
and
exactly.
people would be like, "Hey, what's that?" And I'm like,
Yeah.
"Oh, let me show you." And
Yep.
off you go. Great
And,
conversation starter.
But yeah, so again, not coming to Kickstarter. It's going directly to retail.
Nice.
We don't have an exact release date yet. It's going to be Q3.
Okay.
But you know, we're really excited because it's nice to have a break from things like the Rising Sun or Godfather,
Sure.
those heavy experiences, and be able to sit down with the family or just some friends and just kind of play
Awesome.
a quick, fun game.
Very cool. Well, thank you guys. Thank you for showing us all
You're
this
welcome.
stuff, and thanks for dropping that awesome knowledge about Song of Ice and Fire, and also Eric Lang coming over to you guys' arena. It's going to be a lot of fun. A lot of cool stuff coming out of CMON.
Yeah.
Not just this. We're going to be down at their booth later this afternoon. I'll probably take some pictures and make sure you guys check out all that stuff too. So thank you guys for watching. If you've had any questions, I'm sorry we didn't get to them. I'll answer them in the chat. Again, thank you guys for coming up here.
You're welcome. Thank you.
Thank you for having us.
We're going to be in the exhibit hall here in just about an hour.
Yep.
So stay tuned for that.